Hey guys, I'm not feeling too good right now. My heart kind of hurts, but I'm gonna power through this. So, damn, what a fine year it was for Transformers. Holy shit, we kept getting bangers on all fronts. Let's talk about comics real quick. Skybound is peak and based and perhaps the best thing in the world, hands down. Daniel Warren Johnson really brought his A-game with the story and art, and it's all so good and easy to get into, and Optimus is the best he's ever been. But truly, all good things must come to an end. It's been confirmed that issue 24 is going to be his last issue, and we're already halfway through his run, so I don't even want to think about it ending. But at the same time, I gotta see what this guy's cooking, man. If Daniel Warren Johnson has proved anything, it's that if there's a dude making something for Transformers with the initials D, J, and W, you know they'll be making some peak shit. What else happened? New movie. Goddamn, Transformers 1 really came out of nowhere and said, hey, here's a good Transformers movie entirely set on Cybertron. Whoa, that's what all the fans have been asking for. So why did no one see it? This movie, unfortunately and infamously, did not do well, which is tragic because you could tell this film was made with passion and care. The most pathetic part about all this is that dudes who were paid to market this film got their ass kicked by a kid replying to a random-ass Joe Biden tweet. The toys this year have been bangers too, of course. I totally called it. This year really was the year of Optimus Prime. Let's see. We got a Legacy G1 Optimus, TF1 Studio Series Optimus, Target Optimus, Lunar Cruiser Prime, MP44S Optimus Prime, Japan got Rise of the Beast Studio Series Optimus and Legacy Animated Optimus, 40th Anniversary Nemesis Prime, Brave Commander Optimus Prime, 86 Optimus Prime, Bingo Sports Optimus Prime. The Masterpiece line was just concluded and succeeded by MP Jinrai and MPG Super Jinrai, and the crowning achievement, Missing Link Convoy. What about next year? We got some more bangers waiting for us in 2025, like Missing Link Sunstreaker and Corden. I am so excited for Sunstreaker. I love his Countach mode. I think it's my favorite car of the classic 84 lineup, and I am so excited to see who's next. I hope 2025 will have another Missing Link release at the end of the year. I know we did get a tease of Missing Link RC, which is awesome. I don't gotta tell you how awesome it is that they're bringing back RC's canceled prototype, but I think she's still a ways off. What I really want to see next is a Decepticon, man. Takara, get on with it. MPG God Bomber is due next year. He looks great, but I only want him to upgrade Super Genrai. HasLab Omega Prime is also due next year, and I just want to say, please do not flex if you back this guy, because I decided not to back him, and I don't want to regret my decision. Only I can flex stuff that you don't have. It doesn't work the other way around. Lastly, we got that new toy line for next year, Age of the Primes. The only guys I'm excited for are Star Convoy and the Aerial Bots. Other than that, I don't care about Age of the Primes. You know what I do care about, though? LinkFrostimus top 10 Transformers of 2024. Compared to your average nerd, I didn't buy a lot of Transformers this year. I think it was something like under 15, and I pretty much liked everything I bought, so it was actually hard to figure out what to not include on this list. The competition was fierce. We got Brave Commander Optimus as a contender, but my QC issues and my disappointment with him just made him fall short. And then Bingo Sports Optimus, he's a cool little guy, but where's his silver paint, Takara? Huh? So, if it's not the return of a leader class or the novelty figure, then who is it? Mirage. Clear version, aka a novelty figure. This toy's design is whack, and it isn't that great, but at least it still looks better than Studio Series Mirage. And yes, this is a novelty figure. It's a Japan exclusive of an okay figure of a character I hate that I like because he's played by a guy that I hate. So why is he on the list? Because it looks beautiful. The clear blue plastic they did really does wonders with this guy. Seriously, in person, it is amazing. My camera does not do it justice. And then they said, hey, let's enhance some more bits with metallic silver and blue. Ooh, another shining example of a shiny figure. Plus, the Scourge display is pretty cool, even though I still didn't make it. Also, I have it and you don't. They robbed me from my Big Mac! I wasn't ever planning on getting Legacy Armada Starscream, but then Takara said, hey, what about an exclusive Legacy Armada Starscream? Then I said, damn it, I'm in. 40th anniversary event, Super Mode Starscream, baby. What a beautiful paint job. Like I said in my video, they took the Thundercracker color scheme and made it actually work. Then they give him silver highlights too, and blast effect parts, and packed in a callback to the Takara Armada toy boxes? You gotta love this, man. The robot design is a blend of old and new, and it's so dynamic. Then the jet spices things up with a similar yet different looking aircraft, and it all comes together to look so good until you realize the big dumbass no-ray cannons. I still hate these things. But despite that, this probably was the best exclusive they had at the event, and I'm happy I ended up picking them up. Still not happy about them skimming on the silver thighs though. Lazy ass company.
Grandma fell over and I didn't help her.
2 years. It has been 2 years since the first MPG Trainbot came out, and only this year did we finally get the 6th and final member, Kyan. And how is he? He's okay. Compared to literally everything else in Masterpiece, this dude fucking sucks. But compared to the other Trainbots, he's actually pretty decent. I got my copy later than most people, and I was in utter disbelief to hear that this guy turned out to be people's favorite of the 6. I mean, how's a guy who looks like this gonna be the best out of the bunch? Really? But there was some merit to that, mainly because he's an actual functional and competent figure that does what you want it to do and doesn't explode when you try to handle it. For this alone, people rank him high amongst the Trainbots. Me personally, I think he looks weird, so I'm not too crazy about it. The big appeal, and the reason why I put him on the list, is that now that I've caught them all, I can finally combine all the Trainbots into the heavy combined warrior, Daiden. This piece of shit. All people had to do was just look at the silhouette of this guy to see that this would be a train wreck. I was coping so hard, saying things like, okay, maybe the images are just wrong and he'll be better. No. He sucks. Barely any range of movement, an absolute clusterfuck of train parts, especially in the back, abysmal legs, and an absolute nightmare to handle. For all these reasons alone, you need to get the special edition box set so you can put this guy on a stand. Otherwise he will fall, shatter, and there goes the worst $800 of your life you ever spent. I had plans to do individual videos on these guys, but I just fell so behind, and I did say I might do a mega video on them, but I don't see that happening anymore. This dude was just too much of a frustrating experience. But now that he's all assembled and standing there, he does look pretty cool.
They fucking robbed me.
Transformers Animated is my favorite Transformers TV series. Ooh, this show is so good. It's got great characters, a good story. They got the best human character in it, Captain Fanzone, and his defining character trait is that he's racist, and a unique twist on the Transformers franchise as a whole that, to this day, there's still no other TF media quite like it. And the toys of that era were goated. I had a few of them and they were great, but one of them that I didn't have was the Voyager Optimus Prime. So it only makes sense that the new Legacy Animated Universe Optimus Prime made the list. This guy's just solid. He looks great. He feels great. A perfect and faithful recreation of him from the show. He genuinely exceeded my expectations. That being said, I still wanted more. He does come with his cool axe, but no effect parts for it. His proportions could have been tweaked a little more, and the Takara release of this guy had an assembly error, so that was annoying, but I can't complain. Animated Universe Optimus Prime is just pure fun. The robot, the truck, the transformation, all of it. This guy is fun. I know about that DNA upgrade kit, and it looks nuts, but I don't think he really needs it, because by himself, he really stands on his own, and I love him for that.
For my Big Mac.
Amongst the ashes of the absolute mid-tier movie that was Rise of the Beasts, Takara designers came out and said, hey, here's the best Voyager Optimus mold. This is a pretty good figure. It really improved a lot from the Bumblebee movie version of Optimus to make him actually look like his on-screen appearance, even though it is based more on concept art. The sauce, the posability, the sword, the truck. This would have been a perfect figure if not for the stupid ion cannon and the horrendous truck bed. It's like Transformers 1, you know? Perfect film, 10 out of 10, but then Bumblebee starts talking. Come on, man, really? For what it's worth though, this really is a phenomenal Voyager class figure, and I'm so happy Hasbro is reissuing it in a proper box this time, so those of you who missed out on him can pick him up. It can't get better than this.
For toys the size of my dick.
Alright, let's take a break from talking about Transformers. Instead, let's talk about me, LinkFrostimus, the best Transformers figure content creator out there. More specifically, I'm gonna be selfish. Let's talk about my year. Moving to Japan was honestly very scary, and it can get lonely out here, but I love it here, man. I really enjoy life here. This also means I can visit my older brother, and it's always nice to visit him because I can see my older brother and I can see my family. We don't live close to each other, but it is nice to see my older brother every now and then and just give him a hug. I teach at an elementary school, and I feel like I really lucked out because the teachers and the kids are amazing. There are some kids that are little shits and I want to do this to them, but for the most part, they're so smart and funny. The big thing that's happening is that I accidentally told a group of kids that I want to move to Tokyo to be closer with my family, and now they're running a campaign to try and get me to not move to Tokyo. Every time I see them, they always chant Tokyo no no, and their latest stunt is they're trying to tell me how expensive it is in Tokyo. I told them one time I had to go buy toilet paper, and then they were like, oh, did you know that toilet paper costs 3,000 yen in Tokyo? And I was like, what? I made some really great friends and met some awesome people. Shout out to Brian, Dio, Sky, and Ariel. These guys are my dogs. And I also got to meet this one YouTuber. I'm not sure if you heard of him. I don't know, but he's really cool. And his name is DiamondBolt. He came to Japan with some friends and hit me up, and we met, and it was really fun. Half the time we sang at karaoke. The other half, me and DiamondBolt snuck out to look at Transformers. Then after our epic hangout, he invited me back to his hotel, and then we slept together. This is not a joke. He showed me his missing link Bumblebee, if you know what I mean. As a Transformers fan in Japan, this year was really fun for two things: the 40th anniversary events and the TF1 fan screening. These are really fun. I got to see a lot of cool things. I met a lot of Japanese fans, and I got to see Transformers 1 early. It was all in Japanese, so I only understood like half of it, but it was still really cool. I met TfMarvel. She cosplayed as Bishoujo Optimus Prime, and she was so awesome. I met Akai Kiki, designer of the Kanikan Mecha, and I saw his custom Molcar Transformer. And the event organizers, they told us to bring our favorite toys. I brought Armada Optimus Prime because that was the most recent thing I bought at the time, but some madman, some absolute legend, brought his HasLab Unicron with him. All in all, it's a pretty fantastic year. I miss my friends, I miss my family, I miss my mom, I miss my dad, but I think the person I miss the most is my younger brother. I hope he's doing okay. This is the birthday cake his friends got him.
You've been inside me.
Have you ever looked up to the sky and then you saw the moon, and while entranced by its radiant beauty, you thought, I wonder if anyone lives there? Well, yeah, Optimus does. Lunar Cruiser Prime really came out of nowhere. I mean, it's a random ass collab with the Japan equivalent of NASA, and I didn't even expect it to be this good. I thought, okay, he looks neat, a new Optimus collab, at least it's a vehicle this time instead of like, I don't know, a camera or a shoe. And when I got to opening him, I was pretty blown away by how out of this world he is. Muted robot colors aside, this is a damn good figure. The robot design is great, and the concept cruiser is such a refreshing vehicle mode. Still don't think he's worth his price, but this was the first Transformer I had the privilege of opening up when moving to Japan, so I will always love him.
No.
I'm going to say something that a lot of people will adamantly disagree with, but I will defend to my dying breath. MP44 is not only a phenomenal figure, but is still, to this day, the best G1 Optimus Prime. See, the thing that sucks about being right is that people who are wrong are always going to want to fight you for no good reason. But before I defend my stance, in order to not sound like a bootlicker, I will say that as someone who has bought this mold twice, this thing is disappointing. Quite frankly, there are a lot of bullshit problems on this guy. But as you will see on my big video for MP44S Optimus Prime that I'm working on, talk all the shit you want about this figure, but MP44 is yet another landmark and masterpiece and Transformers as a whole. If you don't believe me, just watch. By the end of my video, I'll have the whole world saying thank you. Thank you, MP44 Optimus Prime. Thank you. One of my biggest mistakes of last year turned out to be one of my favorites of this year. I couldn't see him for what he was last time, but this year, finally, I can see. And every time I admire him and realize how epic he is, it's like Eric Clapton himself just comes out of nowhere and says, "Hey yo, let me play a tasty lick that's worthy of this stunning piece of art!" Armada Optimus is so cool and awesome and badass and legendary. It's such a triumph in Transformers toy engineering and playability, and a victory for the Unicron trilogy as a whole. And only a figure such as this is truly worthy to be showcased alongside one of the most legendary guitar solos in the whole world. Thank you, Eric Clapton.
Enjoy the silence.
Studio Series 6 Bumblebee! No way. What the fuck? Are you kidding me? This is the stupidest goddamn release of this whole year. No, be quiet. Shut up. Shut up! Damn, I was only joking. The real figure of the year is Studio Series 86 Wheelie. Studio Series 86 Wheelie. Are you serious? Studio Series 86 Wheelie. Hey, yo, real quick. Stupid ass fucking hammer. That shit is don't feel so good. Hey, real quick, which one of you idiots doing nonsense? That shit's nonsense. Why the fuck did it? Who the fuck did not? Guys, stop. Wait, no, something's happening. Something's happening. We gotta call him. Can you hear me? Can you hear my voice? There. Everything's going to be okay.